In Hamilton, here is Louisa. Hi there.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'd like to say both of you are looking pretty sharp today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Burrows, my question is on Palo Alto. Do you own it? Is it a good stock in its category? Given the pullback, would you be buying any more of it now, or would you wait more towards the fall, expecting perhaps a little bit more of a pullback? Thank you very much. I'll hang up and listen.
Great. So, Louisa, those are good questions. Palo Alto is a company that we own and we've used here as a top pick. It is in the very timely internet security business and network security business. Interesting, you heard Jamie Dimon say recently that JP Morgan would double their spend on technology next year over this year. Companies everywhere are having to spend a lot of money to protect their networks. I heard another person ask the question how they could protect them against themselves from being hacked, and the expert said, "You don't understand. You have been hacked. This is a big problem." So Palo Alto probably has the most robust offerings in this group, and you can see by the multiple that the stock trades at over 100 times earnings that other people believe that. So it's not a secret. It's a company that continues to grow. Their earnings have gone like plus 88, plus 92, plus 100, and they're supposed to grow their earnings next quarter by about 115%. So that poses a risk and an opportunity. The opportunity is obviously there's a big market and they continue to grow and they're becoming a dominant player. The risk is if they were to miss, there's a big distance between where a momentum investor will buy and where a value buyer steps in. I don't think that's an issue right now. They have a pretty clear path. So we own the stock. We recognize that there's risk in a stock like this, so we have a certain component of the portfolio where we'll own a higher multiple stocks like this. Seasonally, this is coming into a tough period. Technically, the stock is fine here, and you could have a stop that was relatively close by. I think that there are some cracks in this market that concern me, and they tend to be in the sectors that have been underperforming, but there's been some weakness in semiconductors recently that is somewhat concerning. And there are certain other global markets that are having difficulty. So I think that there are some near-term risks to the market. You may choose to wait through the seasonality and hope to buy it cheaper in the fall. Seasonally it's a tougher period. We own the stock, so we're long. So I think that likely the market works its way higher from here. I think we're going through a test over the last couple of months. The market's been consolidating. The leadership in general looks intact. So I think you can buy it here, but there obviously are risks in a high multiple stock like this.
On to Mike, who's in Chatham, Ontario. Hi, Mike.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I need your opinion about First Quantum Mineral, please. I know for the last few months the value of the company dropped over 50%. If you can give me your opinion about this company. Thank you. Right. I will hang up.
So, Mike, this sort of highlights an issue here in Canada, and I put out the odd tweet under Barometer CA, and I put a tweet out a couple of months ago about the fact that in general, I think Canadians probably continue to own too many commodity stocks. And I think that we are where equities are in a secular bull market. I think that commodities probably are in a secular bear market that could last 10 years. Commodity bear markets don't end until some big companies blow up. And nothing has happened in that area yet. So I think this is going to go on for a while. Can commodity stocks have short-term, sharp rallies? You can see on the chart there, they can in this kind of market. And I'm not going to be good at picking those up. What I'm looking for are sustainable rallies. So there's lots of people who say the metal stocks are cheap and that energy stocks are cheap and that they could rally from here, and I won't argue that they could have a bounce in the short run. I just don't know from what level. When I look at energy, oil sitting literally on the lows as I came here today, and my guess is it probably breaks the lows and trades lower. I'd just be very careful with the commodity stocks. And in general, if you own them, you probably want to sell them on strength. I wouldn't be spending a lot of money other than if you're a trader trying to pick bottoms in them.
And so, David, having said that, do you have essentially zero exposure to resources?
Zero.
Okay. A short break with David Burrows, and then more of your questions. Stay tuned.